Hey, it's Zay. Welcome back to my channel. Told y'all was gonna be seeing me in this robe. Y'all listen. Bonnet on, ain't nothing but air in it. Hair ain't done. I took that wig off. I look like somebody's grandma. But I'm alright with that. In today's video, y'all are gonna get a girl talk video with the coach herself. Hey, it's Zay. Before we get into this though, I want you to hit the big 3 for me. Alright? Hit it right now. It should have been done while the intro was playing, but for some strange reason, y'all don't listen. And that's okay. That's okay. Because when I take this slipper off and put it upside your head, I don't want to hear nothing. But yeah, hit the big 3 for me and that add-on. Follow me on all my socials at HeyZayOfficial. When the profile picture is this face, you'll know that you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and get started because, honey, I have 5 topics that I want to talk about. Here they are. They are as listed. We got fake friends. We got cutting people off. We got finding peace and maintaining it. We have, what's that say? Outgrowing people / habits and self-love and alone time. Because those two kind of sort of fall in the same category. We're going to start first of the list, fake friends, y'all. Listen to grandma when she tell y'all. You can spot a fake friend immediately. You just won't accept it because that's your friend. Now listen. It's okay to lose people. It's okay to cut folks off. And that's me kind of dipping into the second topic, but it kind of falls into the first one too. It's okay to cut people off. You outgrow people. There's nothing wrong with outgrowing people. You can stop talking to somebody Monday, and then someone asks you Tuesday why y'all stop talking, and you'll just tell them, hey, we just quit. Cutting people off doesn't necessarily mean that you have beef with them. It's just that you outgrew them. Things that they do that you don't support and you don't really stand for and you don't really like, okay, you cut them off. There's nothing wrong with that. Another thing, relationships, friendships, any type of ship, 50-50. Well, no, not relationships. Because if your man ain't doing, if it's not 100-0, it ain't right. Judge your mama. Anywho, yeah. Friendships are 50-50. Not 40-60, not 70-30, not 199, not 100-0, 50-50. Don't do for them what they're not doing for you. Because they don't think that they done got them a trick for a friend. And we're not doing that. Okay? If your friend wouldn't give you their last 20 to help you out, then you don't give your last 20 to help your friend out. I don't care how long y'all knew each other. I don't care at all. 1 or 2 good friends is always better than a big old friend group. More friends mean more drama. And y'all, it's crazy because you'll be in a friend group full of people and one person's on your phone telling you how they don't like the other person, and then the other person is on your phone telling you how they don't like that other person. And they're sitting there coexisting, acting like they're not beefing with each other, which they're not because you're not making it known. Low-key hate each other. And they're just sitting there living with it. And now you're in the middle for whatever the reason. Because they feel comfortable enough telling you about the situation. Don't be friends with somebody who's secretly in competition with you. Because it will be shown. Like, I say secretly, but if someone's in competition with you, it's obvious. Like, painfully obvious. Don't be friends with somebody who secretly hates you, secretly wants your life. Because I say secretly, but I say it very loosely. Somebody who wants what you have or is in competition with you, they're going to make it obvious. They may not know that they're making it obvious, but they're going to make it obvious. Say you dyed your hair pink, right? All the girlies are loving it, okay? Even people that you don't even know, they're telling you, hey, your hair is cute. And then boom, they're standing right there seeing all the attention that you're getting. And it's crazy because whenever somebody is trying to like copy you, they always do it worse than what you're doing. So like if you got your hair dyed pink, they got it in like, they go dye their hair like an ugly shade of pink. Like say yours is like a pastel pink or whatever, or hot pink, whatever. Theirs would be like a dingy, like old, dusty, like rose color, you know? So they try to outdo you and they're so focused on trying to outdo you, but they look a mess. And that's a fake friend. Somebody who swears that they're 10 toes behind you, but when it comes to putting those 10 toes down, all of a sudden they're amputee and they have no toes. Have I dealt with people like that in my life? No. Yeah. Kind of. I don't know. But don't involve yourself with people who swear they're your friend and then they're not your friend. You know, like, if somebody's sticking with you, they're gonna show you. Actions always speak louder than words. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Yeah, actions always speak louder than words. You never have to wonder if someone messes with you because they're always going to show you. And if they don't show you, they got to go. Fake friends, baby, they follow you. They're everywhere. Like oxygen. They're everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's a fake friend. And it's up to you to either stick with them, which is kind of dumb, or cut them off and leave them be. So yeah, we're going to move on to topic number 2. And topic number 2 is cutting people off. Let me tell you something. That whole new year, new me, fresh start stuff, when it comes to cutting off people, I could care less if you was my auntie's uncle's boyfriend. You're getting cut off. I don't care if it's July. You're cut off. What the heck do I look like waiting until January 1st of whatever year to cut you off? If you made me mad December 17th, you're cut off December 17th. There will be no January 1st. New year, new me. And that's another thing. I can't stand folks who say new year, new me, and then boom, they do the exact same thing they did the year before. And the year before that. And the year before that. And a couple years before that. Girl. But yeah, as I previously said, cutting people off does not necessarily mean that you have beef with them. You just outgrow people, and that's completely fine. I don't want any of you who are watching to feel like it's a bad thing to cut people off or like feel guilty about it. At the end of the day, baby, your peace is your main priority. Your happiness is your main priority. If someone is no longer serving you purpose, they gotta go. That's just like having an empty bag of chips. It's not serving you a purpose. There's no chips inside, so why would you keep it? Throw it away. Point blank, baby. I've cut me off some people this year. There will be no waiting until January 1st. I cut people off this year because, honestly, they weren't serving me a purpose. People who were contacting me to basically entertain themselves. People who swore they were my best friend and really only sent me, like, best friend, like, stuff, but, like, didn't really act like a best friend. Like, I cut them off. You gotta go. They weren't serving me a purpose. Y'all, this one person I cut off, she only spoke to me when her best friend, her other best friend, was busy or whatever. Or, like, she didn't feel like contacting them. She only contacted me for entertainment. I wasn't really her friend. She said it out her mouth. Mind you, this is when we were still in school. And I don't even think this was senior year. I think it was sophomore year. Sophomore year or freshman year. And I still stuck beside her like a dummy. But trust, you can't pay me. You can't pay me to be dumb no more. You're cut. I told myself when high school was over, I was going to cut her off. I told myself while I was still in high school that I was going to cut her off, and I didn't. I gave her too many chances. And that was my mess up. That was my screw up. So this last time where I was like, you know what? She's really not serving me a purpose. She only contacts me when she wants to. She doesn't check up on me. To be honest with y'all, I was her jester. Someone to, juggle. Someone to play music for her. Like, I was her I was her source of entertainment. And I'm nobody's source of entertainment. No. I'm not a comedian. I'm not out here making funny money, all right? So, she was gone. Then the other girl didn't tell me happy birthday. And I find that really, really strange. I don't care what no one says. Baby, if you do not tell me happy birthday on the day that I grace this earth, you're cut. Like a cut water. I don't care. I don't care. The least you can do. I'm not saying that you have to get a blimp or get a plane, like a little banner in the back with my face on it. With the title Happy Birthday Zay. I'm not saying you have to do that. You don't have to call everybody and let everybody know it's my birthday and for them to tell me happy birthday. You don't have to post me on Instagram, Snapchat, or any type of social media platform. You don't have to send a message through the mail, a pigeon, none of that. Just the least you could do is text me HBD. You don't even have to type out happy birthday. HBD will suffice. If I get that, I'm cool. Cool beans. You told me happy birthday. Great. But I posted stuff regarding my birthday the day of my birthday. You looked at it and I didn't get a happy birthday. Some people may think, oh, girl, you tripping. It's just happy birthday. Girl, I'm a big deal. I like to think of myself as a very, very big deal. I'm that girl in the bonnet and in the robe. The least you could do is tell me a happy birthday. And for you to swear that, oh, we're not related, but you're my sister, you're my best friend, I love you with this and this and that. Girl, when July 17th come around, it's crickets? Like Jiminy? For real? And then what? Maybe like a couple of days or maybe like a month after my birthday, you send me something. Oh, we're not related, but we're sisters. Girl, please, please, mercy, please, mercy, please. Girl, please, go play in traffic. No, absolutely not. So yeah, she was cut like a cut water as well. Lime margarita. Because girl, what are we talking about? What are we talking? No. I don't get a happy birthday. But the year before, and y'all, I had even checked. I'm like, well, maybe I didn't tell her happy birthday, you know? Because I like to keep track of things like that. Like, if it's your birthday, I'm definitely going to check before I send you anything. If you told me happy birthday the year before. Or like a couple months before. So, let's say your birthday is in September. And you're posting and all your friends are posting and da-da-da-da. I'm going to look back to July 17th. To see if you replied to my story and told me happy birthday. And if you did, then you can get a happy birthday. But if you didn't, girl, I'm going to look at your stuff and scroll. Not a swipe up, not a swipe down, none of that. Scroll. That's just how I am. And I checked. I said, oh, so I told you happy birthday last year. My birthday comes around this year and it's crickets. That's a problem. But told my best friend happy birthday. And I'm not mad at that, because as you should, tell my bestie happy birthday before I bash you upside your head with my Stanley. But you turned into a whole PR team for her. Instagram note, story, all that. I don't get a happy birthday? Okay, cool. So yeah, she definitely had to go. She swore she was my best friend. I believed it. But that didn't show me that you were my best friend. Best friends tell each other happy birthday. Her birthday came around, I did the same thing she did to me. Looked at her stuff and scrolled. And it wasn't just on one platform either. It was two. I posted myself on Instagram and Snapchat. Looked at both. Didn't say anything. That's what we doing. Okay, period. So yeah, that leads me to my next topic. Finding peace and maintaining it. Y'all, when you cut some folks off, that gives you a better mind space. It gives you a better mindset. Like, getting rid of people, it clears your head. People unknowingly give you stress. And you just sit there with it. But once you cut them off, you'll never know. But it's like 1,500 weights are lifted off your shoulders. And I'm the type to where I really don't let people stress me out. But I must say, cutting those two people off, I haven't thought about them, well, until today, because I had seen one of the people that I follow had screenshotted something of one of the people that I cut off, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you exist. I forgot you were a person. But yeah, you don't really think about them. It's not really anything. Like, with those two people that I cut off, I haven't thought about them at all. Excluding today, but haven't thought about them. Haven't second guessed it. Any of that. To be honest with y'all, I don't even think they know that I quit talking to them. I don't know. I mean, but like, if I cut family members off. If I cut them off, what the heck you think I'm gonna do to you? Cut is not even the word. I'm gonna chop you down. Saw you, axe you up. What are we talking about? But, yeah. You have to do what you have to do to find peace. I don't care if you gotta cut your mom off, your daddy off, your sugar daddy, your auntie, your grandma, Sister Mary at church. If you find them stressful and it's eating you up at night and you're losing sleep, you're losing an appetite, you're losing weight, you're losing yourself, you have to let them go. I don't care what they did for you, how much they mean to you, how much they mean to your family, how much time they put into you. If they're stressing you out, if they're interrupting your peace, you gotta let them go. Baby, they could be giving you $1,000 a week. Listen, I know your pockets may hurt, because baby, $1,000 is a pretty penny. But your peace is more important. So you do have to let them go. I don't care if Big Ricky gives you a $4,000 allowance every week. If Big Ricky is causing gray hairs to sprout up here, you gotta let Big Rick go, okay? Let Susie have them. I'm sorry. But you gotta let them go. You got to. And not only do you find your peace, but you maintain it, okay? Those people try to come back, you tell them, hey, we've been done. The heck is you doing? And if they come up to you, you tell them, hey, girl, you know, just like I know, I don't mess with you no more. You gotta go. You could do that with Joseph, Maypearl, Erlene, not me. Don't do it with me. No. And then do things that make you happy. If you in your peace and you in your element and, you know, you're trying to maintain it, Google stuff. Jesus is always the answer. Amen. But, you know, other than Jesus, you can Google stuff, you know, get into hobbies that you once had, you know, lost touch with. You can get into stuff like that. There's a plethora of things you can do to find your peace and maintain it. But maintain it. But the number one thing you can always do is come to the Lord about it. Amen. Amen. Topic number 4, outgrowing people and habits. I've already touched on it a little bit, but it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly fine to outgrow people. Somebody that you was best friends with in elementary school, you may not even talk to them in middle school. There's a plethora of people that I've outgrew. People who I used to hang out with and talk to every day. You can't even pay me to look at them now. There's nothing wrong with outgrowing people. And like I previously stated, there's nothing wrong with outgrowing them and like it just being neutral. Because a lot of people swear that if you quit talking to somebody, oh, what happened between y'all? Nothing. Why you worried? And that's another thing I can't stand. Nosy folks. Like, they ask you about somebody and you tell them, oh, I ain't really spoke to them. What happened with y'all? Y'all beefing? Y'all fell out? No, we just quit talking. But yeah, and then you gotta outgrow habits too. Like forgiving people too many times and then they turn around and do the same thing that you just forgave them about. It is such a thing as being too forgiving. It is. Ooh, girl. Put that up. Put all that forehead up. There we go. It is a thing as being too forgiving is a thing. What am I talking about? Being too forgiving is a thing. I'm not saying you gotta forgive and forget. Please don't do that. You can forgive. Don't you ever forget. Write it down if you got to. Put it in your notes. If you want to grow as a person, you got to let some things that you used to do go. If you used to eat 5 Big Macs, 2 orders of fries, and 2 frappes in one sitting, you got to let that go if you want to lose weight. If you want people to not play with you, you got to let being forgiving go. Like not saying stuff. Like, let's say that in 2024, you used to let everybody lie, even though good and well you knew that they were lying, but you didn't say anything because you didn't care. Or any and every time someone messed up, you just immediately brushed it off and said, it's cool, you know, I don't care, da, 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 da. You're letting them know that, hey, if I do this, she's not going to trip and she's going to forgive me automatically. If you want people to stop playing with you, you have to let that up. You got to be strict. Okay, stricter than Miss Trenchbull was. All right? Somebody lying to you, or they're in the middle of lying to you, you cut them off and say, hey, girl, you lying, or you know you lying. So to keep me from knocking all your 32s out, I suggest you switch up your story ASAP. No Rocky. But yeah, you want to grow as a person, you want to grow as an individual. You got to outgrow people and habits. That leads us to our last topic, self-love and alone time. Listen, A lot of people on the internet are very, very, very disrespectful, negative, miserable, everything under the sun but a child of God. Okay. And with this social media influencer stuff, you really have to have a tough skin. Now, I haven't had not nan hate comment, not a one, but I do know that potentially, you know, one day I'm gonna have a bigger platform and potentially I'm going to have at least one. But you know what? They do say that if you know if you get hate comments, you really up there. So I'm kind of low key waiting for my first hate comment so I can eat them up like I ain't ate 40 days and 40 nights. But yeah, people on the internet, they're really, really rude. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. So, you know, obviously people are going to voice their opinion because it's the internet. That's what they do. But some people also come off as like rude about it and like to try to check you for like what you got going on. Like I really see it a lot when I'm on TikTok and like people are posting their kids or like just posting themselves in general. But really when you see it in kids, and I just, excuse me, I'd be really like confused. Like, these ain't your kids. Like I'll see a mama doing her best, and I ain't got no kids, so I don't know how this feel. But I'll see a mama trying to try her best when it comes to her daughter, or her son, or her boths, and there'll be somebody or somebody's eating her up in the comments. Yikes. Oh my gosh. And then you go on their page and they ain't got a kid in the first. And then a girl who is just simply being herself. Her hair may not look the best, but she thinks it's cute, and that's all that matters to her. She posts herself on TikTok and Instagram, lip syncing to like a little popular audio, and there's full of so-called girls in her comments tearing her down. Whoa. Like, I just don't understand. If you see something that you wouldn't do on TikTok or something that you don't like, how hard is it to just scroll? Like, I don't understand. Because, baby, I do that all the time. When I see something that I wouldn't do on TikTok, I would talk about it to myself. Because, yes, I talk to myself. Period. Who doesn't? Hello? Look at the comments, see what they're talking about, and then I scroll. I've never been the type to leave a hate comment. Never will be the type to leave a hate comment. Like, that's just so unnecessary. Period. But, yeah. I just, like, y'all tear people down and then you get mad or like you feel some type of way when they themselves, like, you caused it. You, come on now. You can look at somebody and tell they're going through a tough time, and then they try to go on social media and like post themselves, try to make them feel better. And then boom, you tear her down. And then she says, you know what? That's my 13th reason. And now you, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. She was so beautiful. He was so beautiful. Da 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 da. Stop bullying. Da 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 da. You did it. Now she with Jesus. Now you feel some type of way. Now you feel guilty. Girl. And alone time. Listen, let me tell y'all something. 1 or 2 good friends, like I previously stated, 1 or 2 good friends that you know you can trust with your life is a whole lot better than a big old friend group. Plus, before you even get to having friends, if you're not comfortable being by yourself, like if you can't entertain yourself, what the heck make you think you're gonna be able to entertain a friend group? I don't know if it's just me, baby. I love being by myself. I love it, being in my own space, enjoying my own company. You know, everybody has those days where like they don't want to interact with nobody, friends, family, dog, cat. It don't really matter. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be by yourself. Some people may look at you as, oh yeah, you got an attitude, or you're depressed, or, you know, you're sad and this and that. Sometimes people just want to be by themselves because they want to be by themselves. Like, you never know what someone has going on. And, you know, sometimes being by yourself is comforting. Because, baby, I know I love being by myself. And I love my family to death. But sometimes I'll be like, you know what? Y'all go do that. I'm going to be up here in my own little world, minding my business, scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, having a little kiki, and then I'll go to sleep. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself. Don't ever let anybody make you feel like that you're wrong for wanting a long time. Maybe if you can't have fun by yourself, you can't have fun at all. And that's just how I feel about it. We're nearing the end of this video. Some of y'all may be thinking, well, Zay, how you know all this if you ain't never, been through some of the things you talked about? Does a coach play? A coach don't play, do he? Does he or does he not? You don't see the coach on the field. Coach is on the sideline directing, because that's what a coach do. In my role, don't play with me. This is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, you should hit the big 3 for me at the beginning of the video. And if you didn't, that means 2 things. Number 1, you don't listen. You do not listen. That ain't good for you. That's not smart. Like, you look a mess. Honestly, you look a mess. Why you ain't hit the big 3? I don't understand. Number 2, you need to do it now. I will wait, but I'm kind of hungry. Y'all, I ain't ate all day. And I know it's like 3, 4 o'clock. What time is it? What the heck is it? Has that been going off the entire time? I don't even know if y'all can see that. But my clock is blinking. 2025. And my earbuds, not my earbuds, and my headphones going dead. It's too much going on. I'm finna go. I hope you did all that before the pink screen played. With all that being said, I love y'all, and I will see y'all. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. Bye, love y'all.
On private jets, taking trips, come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with, makes me wonder who.